As a doctor, I see patients every day who describe that same unmistakable, gritty, burning sensation. It's the feeling that starts the moment you wake up and only seems to get worse as the day wears on. Do you find yourself constantly blinking it away or splashing water on your face, only to have it return moments later? Have you tried every over-the-counter eye drop you can find, but they only provide a few minutes of relief before the stinging and irritation comes back? If this sounds familiar, I want you to know you are not alone. I've had patients in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s sit in my office and say, "Doc, my eyes feel like they're drying out from the inside. It's like I can't cry anymore even when I want to." And here's the honest truth. This isn't just a minor discomfort. It's truly exhausting. This condition can make reading your favorite book feel like and even make driving at night feel unsafe. It quietly chips away at your sense of independence and peace. What's worse, most people simply accept it as a normal part of getting older. "It's just aging," they'll say. But that's not the whole story. What's really happening with your eyes? What's truly happening is that your body, which once produced tears effortlessly, the tear film, that protective shield over your eyes, is thinning out and breaking apart too quickly. It's often missing key ingredients such as the healthy fats and adequate hydration needed to hold it all together. That's why artificial tears, no matter how expensive, often feel like a temporary bandage. They may soothe your eyes for a few minutes, but then the effect fades and you're back to blinking, rubbing and squinting, just to see. But there is some good news, and this is important. There are entirely natural ways to nourish those tear glands from the inside out. I'm talking about a few simple, everyday seeds that can gently support your body's ability to hydrate your eye. We'll get to that in just a moment. But first, if you value grounded, practical health advice, especially if you're over 60, I would be honored if you would subscribe. This channel is here to help you feel seen, heard, because while dry eyes may seem minor compared to other health issues, if you live with them every day, you know they can make life feel a lot dimmer than it should. And you deserve better than that. Let's address this together. Let me introduce you to something surprisingly powerful. A tiny brown seed you've probably walked past in the grocery store hundreds of times. Flax seeds, the foundation for healthy tears. Now I understand what you might be thinking. How could something so small possibly help with a problem as frustrating as dry eyes? Let me explain the science behind it. You see, every time you blink, your eyelids are supposed to spread a smooth layer of protective moisture over the surface of your eyes. This isn't just water. Your tears are actually composed of three distinct, and most crucially, for dry eyes, an oily layer. That oily layer is produced by tiny glands in your eyelids called mebone. Flax seeds are one of nature's richest sources of ALA alpha-linolenic acid, a plant-based omega-3 that Why is this so important? Because omega-3s can help reduce inflammation in those tiny glands, allowing them to produce the right type. Without enough omega-3s, your tears break down in seconds, resulting in that same stinging, blurry, and gritty feeling. Let me share a story about one of my patients, Sandra. Sandra is 68, a retired teacher, and she loves to crochet. But over the past year, her eyes had become so dry that she could barely see her stitches. Every afternoon, her eyes would burn so badly that she had to stop her hobby altogether. She tried over-the-counter drops, and they helped for a little while, but the effect never lasted. When she first came to me, her exact words were, "Doc, my eyes feel like they're quitting on me." We decided to add just 2 tablespoons of ground flax seeds to her daily routine. It was nothing complicated. She simply sprinkled them on her morning oatmeal or stirred them into her yogurt. Within 3 weeks, she told me, "I can finish a full scarf again without having to stop and rub my eyes. I haven't been able to do that in months." There were no side effects, no expensive prescriptions, just real food, A quick tip here, always choose ground flax seeds, not whole. Whole flax seeds often pass through your digestive system without being absorbed. Ground seeds allow your body to... Also remember to store them in the fridge. Flax seeds can go rancid quickly when exposed to heat or light. Just 1 to 2 tablespoons per day. This isn't just an anecdote. There are multiple clinical studies confirming that flax seed supplementation can significantly... And the best part, flax seeds don't just help your eyes. They also support heart health, improve digestion, and even help with hormonal balance, all of which become increasingly important as we age. So the next time you're at the grocery store, don't underestimate that little bag of seeds. It might just help you cry again, not out of sadness, but because your eyes are finally working the way they're supposed to. Chia seeds, the hydration powerhouse. Next, let's talk about another seed, one you've likely seen in health food aisles, or maybe even added to a smoothie without knowing its full potential. They are far more than just a trendy ingredient. They are true hydration powerhouses, and for dry eyes, that matters more than you might think. Here's why. While flax seeds work by reducing inflammation and restoring the healthy oils in your tear film, chia seeds tackle a different part of the problem, the watery layer of your tears. You see, your tears aren't just... But as we age, our bodies often struggle to stay hydrated at the cellular level. Even if you think you're drinking enough water, it doesn't always reach the places it's needed most, especially your eyes. That's where chia seeds come in. When you soak chia seeds in water, they form a unique gel-like coating, which is a form of soluble fiber. When you eat them, that same gel-like consistency slows down digestion, which helps your body retain fluids longer and hydrate more efficiently. In essence, they act like tiny water balloons, slowly releasing moisture into your system throughout the day. So what does this have to do with your dry eyes? When your body is better hydrated, your tear glands are more likely to function correctly and produce sufficient watery fluid. I recall a gentleman named Harold, 73 years old, a former postman and stubborn as come. He told his wife, without telling him, started slipping a spoonful of chia seeds into his morning smoothie. After just 2 weeks, he came into my office and said, when I told him the truth, he just laughed and said, "Guess I owe her breakfast now." Harold didn't have to change his entire diet. Just one simple addition, about a tablespoon of chia seeds, soaked in water overnight and added to a smoothie or yogurt, made all the difference. Research backs this up. Studies show that chia seeds are rich in omega-3s, antioxidants, calcium, and soluble fiber, all of which support not only hydration, but also reduced inflammation, a key contributor. A quick note here. Always drink plenty of water with chia seeds. They expand a lot. You want them to swell in your... Chia seeds are safe for most people, but they are nutrient-dense and should be introduced gradually. So if your eyes feel like they're drying out and eye drops just aren't cutting it, these tiny seeds might just help your body hold on to the water it needs to make. Sunflower seeds, the eye protector. Here's the thing. Dry eyes aren't just about poor tear production. They're also about damage, tiny invisible damage that builds up on the surface of your eyes every time your tears evaporate too. Oxidative stress is like rust for your body. It happens when unstable molecules called free radicals attack healthy cells, including the delicate tissues in your eyes. This process accelerates aging, weakens tear-producing glands, and over time destroys the natural... That's where vitamin E comes in. Vitamin E is a fat-soluble antioxidant that acts like a shield, neutralizing. Just 1 ounce of dry roasted sunflower seeds can provide you with nearly half of your daily vitamin E needs. And that's not all. Sunflower seeds also contain selenium, zinc, and essential fatty acids, all of which support eye health by reducing inflammation and helping your tear glands function more effectively. Let me tell you about Marlene. Marlene is 71 and she used to love gardening, but over the past few years, her dry eyes made it nearly impossible to be outside. The wind would sting, and the sunlight would make her eyes water excessively. She told me, "I used to look forward to spring. Now I dread it." We simply added a small handful of sunflower seeds to her diet each day as an afternoon snack. No fancy supplements, no new medications, just food. 6 weeks later, she came in smiling. "I planted petunias That's not a miracle. That's what happens when your body starts getting what it needs to protect and repair itself from the inside out." A quick word of caution, sunflower seeds are healthy, but they are also calorie-dense. Stick to about 1 ounce per day and choose unsalted dry roast. It's amazing how something so ordinary can have such a profound effect on your health. Sometimes the best solutions aren't found in a prescription bottle. They're in the snack aisle. Hemp seeds, the ultimate balance for your glands. Let's shift gears for a moment and talk about a seed that still surprises people: hemp seeds. No, they won't get you high. They are not marijuana. What they are, however, is one of nature's most perfectly balanced sources of essential fatty acids. And for dry eyes, that balance means everything. Here's why. Your tear film, the protective layer over your eyes, is made up of 3 parts, remember, and one of the most crucial is the lipid or oil layer. That's the part that keeps tears from evaporating too fast. This oil comes from the meibomian glands in your eyelids. When those glands are inflamed, clogged, or undernourished, they simply can't produce the right kind of oil. That's when tears evaporate in a matter of seconds, leaving your eyes dry, irritated, and exposed. Here's the key. Those glands need the right ratio of omega-6 to omega-3 fatty acids to function properly. Too much omega-6 and not enough omega-3 can lead to chronic inflammation, and dry eye syndrome only gets worse. This is where hemp seeds truly shine. They naturally contain a perfect 3:1 ratio of omega-6 to omega-3, exactly what your body needs to reduce inflammation without suppressing healthy oil production. Think of hemp seeds as a daily tune-up for your tear glands. And unlike fish oil, which can sometimes cause an upset stomach or leave a bad aftertaste, hemp seeds are gentle plant-based and easy to digest. Let me tell you about Joseph. He's 75 and loves reading mystery novels. He used to sit on his porch every evening with a cup of tea and a good book. But over time, his eyes began to feel dry and gritty by late afternoon. He told me, "By 5:00 p.m., I'd have to put the book down. My eyes just couldn't take it anymore." He tried drops warm compresses and even omega-3 supplements. Some helped, but not for long. I suggested hemp seeds, just 2 tablespoons a day, added to his morning smoothie or sprinkled over his eggs. Within a month, he told me, "I'm back to reading in the evenings. My eyes still get tired, but they don't get dry, and that's a big difference." Joseph didn't need to change everything. He didn't need a prescription. He just gave his glands the building blocks they were starving for. A few tips if you want to try hemp seeds first. Choose hemp hearts, the soft inner part of the seed. They have a mild, slightly nutty taste and go well with both sweet and savory foods. Second, store them in the fridge. Hemp seeds are rich in healthy fats, which can go rancid if left out too long. And finally, don't overdo it. 2 tablespoons a day are enough for most people. If you are on blood thinners or medications that affect fat absorption, it's always wise to check in with your doctor first. What I love most about hemp seeds is how quietly powerful they are. There is no flashy packaging or unrealistic promises, just quiet support for the glands and tissues that keep your eyes moist, protected, and functional as you age. A simple daily routine for your eyes. By now you've learned what each of these 4 seeds can do. Flax seeds, chia seeds, sunflower seeds, and hemp seeds. They each support your tear production in a different complementary way. But here's the real question. How do you actually make this work in your daily life? You don't need complicated recipes or a precise measuring system. You just need a simple, repeatable plan. So here is my personal 3-step seed routine, the one I recommend to my own patients that you can start tomorrow morning. Step 1, start your morning with omega-3 support. When you wake up, your eyes have just gone 7 to 8 hours without blinking. That's why many people feel the worst burning or dryness first thing in the morning. So we start the day by nourishing the glands that produce the oil for your tears. How mix 1 tablespoon of ground flax seeds and 2 tablespoons of hemp hearts into your breakfast. Stir it into oatmeal, yogurt, cottage cheese, or a smoothie. This provides a powerful dose of anti-inflammatory omega-3s and helps balance your tear film right from the start. Remember, ground flax seeds are crucial here. They must be ground for your body to absorb them. And hemp hearts are soft, so no grinding is needed. Step 2. Midday. Hydration for tear volume. In the afternoon, maybe between lunch and dinner, it's time to address the watery layer of your tears. Take 1 tablespoon of chia seeds, soak them in a glass of water for 20 to 30 minutes, or even overnight, and drink it slowly. This step helps your body retain hydration, not just for your eyes, but for your whole system. Many older adults are mildly dehydrated without realizing it, and when your body is dry, so are your eyes. This simple chia water habit is one of the easiest yet most powerful ways to support tear volume. Step 3. Evening repair and protection. As the day winds down, we turn to sunflower seeds as a source of vitamin E and antioxidants to help your eyes recover from the daily stress they endure. Around 3 to 5 p.m., enjoy a small handful of dry roasted unsalted sunflower seeds. About 1 ounce is enough. That's roughly 2 tablespoons of shelled seeds. You can eat them plain, sprinkle them on a salad, or mix them into a trail mix with other heart-healthy nuts like almonds or walnuts. The vitamin E helps neutralize oxidative stress and supports the delicate surface of your eyes while you sleep. Now, if this sounds like too much to start all at once, here's what I tell my patients: begin with 1 seed. Try adding just 1 of these for a full week and then add another. Build the habit slowly. Consistency matters more than perfection. And here's a pro tip: pre-portion your seeds at the beginning of the week. Keep small containers in the fridge so you don't have to think about it every day. You're not trying to fix your eyes in 1 week. You're creating a new foundation, one that supports your vision day after day, year after year. And remember, these seeds don't just help with dry eyes. They also support heart health, brain function, digestion, and joint strength, all of which are interconnected with your overall comfort and vitality as you age. You deserve to see the world. Clearly, I want to leave you with a simple but powerful thought. You do not have to accept dry, burning, irritated eyes as your new normal. You don't have to squint through your favorite books, give up gardening, or dread the sting of the wind on your morning walk. Because the truth is, your body hasn't given up on you. It's simply waiting patiently for the right kind of support. And sometimes that support comes not from a pharmacy, but from your kitchen. Flax seeds, chia seeds, sunflower seeds, and hemp seeds. 4 small seeds, 1 big impact. They work differently, but together they address the root of the problem: inflammation, hydration, protection, and oil balance. These are the real drivers behind healthy tear production. You are not stuck. You are not broken. You are just missing a few building blocks, and now you have them. Just imagine waking up without that gritty, sandy feeling. Imagine reading a book from beginning to end without having to reach for drops. Imagine walking outside and feeling the breeze without tears running down your cheeks from irritation. That's not a fantasy. It's the quiet, steady result of real nourishment done daily. You are not alone in this. I've walked this journey with so many patients, and now I'm honored to walk it with you through this channel. If this video gave you even 1 helpful idea, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for being here. It means more than you know. And if you're new, I gently invite you to subscribe because we are just getting started. Please feel free to leave a comment below. Your experience could inspire someone else who is silently struggling with dry eyes. And if you found this valuable, don't forget to like this video and share it with a friend or loved one who might benefit too. Sometimes the smallest habits and the smallest seeds can restore the comfort, clarity, and joy that aging tries to take away. But you're taking it back one step at a time. Take care, and I will see you in the next one.